nyo lang natin. A tank contains 80 cubic feet of air at a pressure of 350 psi. If the air is cooled till its pressure and temperature decreases to 200 psig and 70 degrees Fahrenheit respectively, what is the decrease in the internal energy? So, naghanap ng decrease in the internal energy. So, how are we going to solve this? So, let us recall yung vessel natin. So, meron tayong tank. Pag meron tayong tank, we can consider that as already a constant volume, di ba? So, kung constant yung volume, pansinin nyo yung problem, meron kayong pressure na dalawa, tapos isang temperature. Actually, yung internal energy kasi for a particular gas, we need two temperatures to solve its internal energy. So, therefore, kung isang temperature lang given, para makuha nyo isang temperature, and given kayo na another set of pressure, then you can use yung combined gas law. So, gagamit tayo combined gas law since given tayo dalawang pressure isang temperature to solve the another temperature. Combined gas law is P1 over V1, P1V1 over T1 equals P2 V2. So now, yung ating system ay constant yung volume. So, magka-cancel out yung V1 tsaka V2. This will make us a simplified version ng P1 over T1 plus P2 over P1 Charles law. So, pressure is 350. So, gauge to. Kailangan ng formula sa Charles law ay absolute. Diba plus mo to ng 14.7. Similarly, ganun din yung 200. So, divided by yung T1. So, gawin na natin Fahrenheit. So, meaning, i-plus mo na to ng 460. Then, yung T2, 70. Ganun din. Gawin mo ng round. So, plus 460 din. Para pag sinip-solve natin to, yung temperature 1, naka-Fahrenheit na rin. Sanagat tayo ng 460. Sige, so, pinutin lang natin. Bali, meron tayo dito 350 plus yung 14.7. So, divided by yung X as 460. So, sa lahat ng problems na ginagawa natin, lalo na involving absolute temperature, it is not necessary naman to mag-add kayo ng factor. Diba? For example, dito 460 para lang maging absolute siya. Pag nag-shift solve kayo, pwede nyo gawin yung X na lang, diba? Pag na kayo magdagdag ng 460 kung di sa 9. So, kailangan nyo lang tandaan. Hindi para na i-lang. Diba? Ang kinagandahan kasi, kaya natin dinediretso ng ganyan, at least, isang pindot lang gagawin nyo. Diba? Okay, so in any case, yung makuha natin T1 ay 440.28 is Fahrenheit. So, meron na tayong T1. Ngayon, di pa yung pinapahanap. Hinahanap degrees in internal energy. So, to solve the decrease in internal energy, we'll be also using yung paborito mo, yung PV equals MRT. So, bakit, sir? Kasi, yung problem natin, meron tayong pressure, temperature, tsaka volume, di ba? So, pag may pressure, volume, temperature kayo, tatlong yun, most likely meron kang mass. So, we need to find the mass. So, yung ating pressure is 200 psig. So, gagawin ng absolute. Diba? That should be plus 14.7. Diba? Okay, so lagay lang natin. And so, ginawa na natin siyang absolute kasi nga gauge yung ating 200 psig. So, that should be absolute. So, kaya plus, that is plus 14.7. Okay, so anyway, so meron tayo ditong times 144 to change yung square inches ng square foot. Kaya pag nag-multiply kayo sa PSI ng 144, automatically that will become pound per square foot, PSF. Times volume, that is 80 cubic foot. So this will make cancel out yung ating square foot. Then equivalent yan sa mass times yung R ng 8, that's 53.34. So cancel out yung foot pound. So isang feet, tanggal na. Yung pound. Then cancel out din yung round. Temperature is 70 yung gagamitin kasi yung expanding sa 200. Then plus plus 462. So, cancel out. So, matitang unit is pound mass. So, we can now solve yung value na mass natin. So, solve lang natin yung mass. So, that is 200 as 14.7. So, multiply nga natin to ng 144 times 80. Then, equate lang natin to sa mass times 53.34. Then, yung temperature natin na 70. Ginawang absolute. Sige, so pag nagawa na yan, test natin yung shift solve para makuha na natin yung value ng mass. So, yung mass natin is equivalent as 87.49. Then, yung makuha natin value mass natin. So, ngayon, kung meron na tayong mass, pwede natin makuha yung delta U, yung change in internal energy. So, the change in internal energy is mCV delta T. So, yung mass is given. CV ay constant, area. So, delta T is change in temperature. So, meron tayong temperature 1, temperature 2 given, then direct sum. So, yung ating mass is 87.49. CV ng air 0.171. Mag-English, PTU per pound degree Fahrenheit. Then, meron tayong final temperature T2, that is 17, that is 440, 0.28 degrees Fahrenheit. So, cancel out yung degree Fahrenheit, cancel out yung PTU matita. So, pakita lang natin. Yan. So, ito yung mass natin, 87.49. And 0.171. Times the change in temperature, that is 70 minus 440. So, press nyo na equals, yan, PTU per pound na makukuha natin. It is negative 5539.39. So, ang closest answer na makukuha natin ay yung letter B. In any case, surrounded lang siguro to. In any case, yung makukuha natin is letter B. Pati. So, sige, so let us have another problem regarding with sa ating power industrial plant. So, basahin ko lang. If 10 pounds of water evaporated at atmospheric pressure till a volume of 288.5 cubic feet is occupied, how much work is done? Laganap lang. So, kadalasan, pag nagpapa-evaporate tayo ng tubig, we are considering constant volume process, di ba? Kapag enclosed yung ating system, di ba? Pero kung open sa atmosphere yun, then that is constant pressure or isobaric. So, in this problem, how are we going to determine if that is constant volume or constant pressure? So, dun sa problem, meron tayong tangke na kino-consider. Yan. So, binanggit kasi until a volume of 288.5 cubic foot. So, ibig sabihin, enclosed yung ating system. So, since ito ay enclosed, then constant volume yung consideration. So, sa constant volume equation, pag naghahanap tayo ng work, gagamitin natin yung flow kasi closed system. Ngayon, ang work ng flow, sabi natin in general, is PdV, integral ng PdV. Kung constant yung pressure, then we can say na ito ay ilabas mo lang yung pressure dito. So, we can say na that will become PdV, diba? Pressure times H input. And, so ngayon, kala ko ba sir, binabanggit natin kanina na ito ay constant volume kasi sabi nga enclosed. So, yun nga lang, if we consider this as a constant volume, then yung kanyang work will be zero. So, walang work na magagawa mo constant yung volume dito sa ating problem. So, therefore, this should be considered a constant pressure. Although binanggit na ito ay enclosed, diba? All implied siya na gano'n. But kadalasan, kung heating yung pinag-uusapan, evaporation yung pinag-uusapan, we always consider that as isobaric or constant yung pressure. Dahil nga, pag yan ay constant volume, zero yung work na magagawa natin kahit anong process yung gamitin. So, tandaan, hindi lang heat yung pwedeng gamitin to evaporate water. We can also use work. Okay, so in any case, ang gagamitin natin ito ay isobaric. Even though, binanggit ko nga kanina na may nag-imply sa kanya na yan ay. So, from the problem, meron tayong pressure. Sabi din naman dito, atmospheric pressure. And yung volume to natin is also given. That is, until a volume, ibig sabihin yun yung final volume niya, 288.5 cubic feet. So ngayon, ang kailangan nyo ng parang solve yung problem ay yung volume 1. Yung initial volume na. So, sir, paano ko masasolve yung initial volume? So basically, since meron tayong mass na given, we will simply multiply yung mass sa specific volume to get the total volume. However, sir, hindi ka naman tanda yung specific volume ng water. Mas tanda ko yung density. Ikunin mo yung density. So, total volume is basically mass divided by density. So, ganun yung gagawin natin. Mass is given. Density, pag walang given, gawin constant. So, therefore, magiging pressure. So, pag tinignan mo yung choices, naka-English tayo, put pound. So, gagamitin pressure ay English. 1 atm is basically 14.7 psi. So, 14.7 psi times P2, yun yung 288.5 cubic foot, minus yung volume 1, that is mass, 10 pounds over yung density ng water, 6. So, cancel out yung mass, matitira cubic foot. SR PSI ito. So, kailangan matanggal yung square inches. So, multiply mo ng 144 para ma-cancel out yung square inches and cancel out yung square foot. So, matitira po pound. Then, we can now use yung ating calculator to solve this problem. So, meron tayo 14.7. And so, times, this is 288.5. So, minus, this is 10, divided by 10.5, 62.4, times 144. So, simply press equals, and makukuha na natin yung sagot natin, and that is equivalent to 610, 358 foot-pound. So, yun yung letter A natin. Okay, so continue lang natin. So, basahin ko lang. So, there are 2 kilograms of air in a rigid tank. Changes in its temperature from 32 degrees Celsius to 150 degrees Celsius. What is the work done during the process? So, dun sa problem, may nabanggit na rigid tank. Anong meron sa kung rigid tank? Tapos naghanap ng work done. So, tulad ng nabanggit natin earlier, pag meron kang rigid tank, constant yung volume, ang work done flow nun ay automatically equal sa 0. Kasi nga, constant yung volume, pressure times difference in volume. Walang difference in volume kasi constant yung volume. Then yung work done flow mo should be 0. Yan. So just remember na pag meron kang rigid tank na nakita agad, we can assume na yan ay constant volume. Lalo na pag work ang hinahanap, mabilis silang masasolve yung problem kasi that is equivalent to 0. So, in any case, ang point natin dito is that sa power plant, power industrial plant, minsan yung mga problem hindi nyo kailangan i-solve directly. Pwede nyo siyang gamitan ng concept, diba? So, in this case, ang ginamit na concept, kahit di natin siya sinolve, is yung pag-rigid tank that is constant. Again. And so another problem regarding sa ating power industrial plant. So basahin ko lang. The ammonia weighing 48.51 pounds is confirmed, or rather that's strictly confined. So confined inside a cylinder equipped with a piston as an initial pressure of 59.92 psi at 38 degrees Celsius. A 3,200 kilojoule of heat is added until its final pressure and temperature are 413 kilopascal at 100 degrees Celsius respectively, is the amount of the work done by the fluid. So, naghanap ng work done by the fluid. So, ngayon, to solve this problem, we will be considering yung pressure na to, yung initial pressure. So, yung 59.92 PSI, papalitan natin ng kilopascal since naka-kilopascal tong pressure na to. So, walang ibang information regarding dun sa problem other than dun sa may dalawa kang given pressure at temperature. Hindi mo alam kung ano yung process unless makita mo yung para natin yung mga pressure nila. So, yung temperature, di sila equal, so di yan isothermal. Hindi rin yan rigid tank, so hindi yan constant volume. So, ito test natin ito for constant pressure. So, palitan lang ng kilopascal yung PSI. That is 59.92 times 101.325 divided by 14.7. And in this way, magka-cancel out yung PSI. Okay, so computin lang natin yan. So, that is 59.92 times, this is 101.25. So, divided by 14.7. So, press equals, press yung MD para sa decimal. Kung makikita natin, that is approximately 413 kilopascal. So, what this means is, pareho yung initial pressure tsaka final temperature, final pressure, di ba? Initial pressure, pareho sa final pressure. Kung ibig sabihin nun, isobaric yung process. So, let us consider first yung ammonia in NH3. Anong meron doon, sir? So, para masolve natin itong problem na to, dito kasi gagamitin natin yung R natin, yung gas constant. So, bakit, sir? Kasi ammonia yung fluid, hindi natin pwede gamitin yung constant ng air. And to solve yung ating R ng any other gas, we can simply use yung R bar divided by yung molecular weight. So, alam naman natin yung ammonia as NH3, yung chemical compound. Then, kung alam niyo yung chemical compound, then we can know yung kanyang molecular weight. So, ammonia, nitrogen, meron siyang 14 na molecular weight plus tatlong hydrogen. So, 3 times 1. So, that is 14 plus 3 times 1. That should be 17. So, para makasigurado kayo, pwede nyo i-check yan sa calculator. Okay? So, that is 14 plus 3. Press nyo na equals 17. Okay, so balik natin dito. So, in this way, masasolve na natin yung R ng ammonia natin, di ba? So, R bar is constant, molecular weight is nakuha na natin. So, anong kailalaman ng cell sa napakuha ng problem which is work done? So, in a particular non-flow, so saan ba't non-flow? So, sinabi ko sa cylinder, so closed system yun. Kaya non-flow yung gagamitin. So, ang non-flow ng isang isobaric system ay pressure times change in volume. P2 minus P1. Yung problem nga lang, even though given tayo ng pressure, yung problem ay wala pang given na volume. That will make us that will do us extra effort kapag hanapin pa natin yung volume. However, we know from thermodynamics that pressure times volume is related to some formula ng ideal gas. And that is yung MRT, di ba? Yung paborito mo. So, pag nag-multiply ka ng pressure sa volume sa ideal gas, MRT yung kakalabasan. So, check natin na sa formula na yun. So, yung work done flow, pag hindi gumana sa pressure times change in volume, gamitin nyo yung MR times change in temperature. So, bakit natin gagamitin sa kasi dun sa problem, meron ka ng mass. Yung R, sabi nga natin kanina, solvable. Yung dalawang temperature mo rin given, that is also 38 tsaka 100. So, therefore, kailangan mo nang gamitin, ay ito. Isa yung kabila, although given ka ng pressure, yung dalawang volume mo naman mahanapin. So, mas may utilize natin ng idea kung MR delta T gagamitin. Okay, so in any case, mass natin is 418 we're at 48.51 pounds times yung R natin, gas constant, that is R bar, pag-SI, 8.314 divided by molecular weight ng nitrogen, 17, so that's kilojoule per kilogram degree Celsius, times change in temperature, that is 100 minus 30. So, magkakancel out yung degree Celsius, pero pansinin yung kilogram tsaka pounds. So, we needed to compute. So, 1 kilogram is basically 2.205 pounds. So, magkakancel out na yung 8 pounds natin and kilograms. So, makakuha natin unit na ay kilojoule. Check natin kung meron lalabas sa calculator. Ganyan. So, yung kilojoule. So, that is 48.21. So, by the way, na-check na nga natin yung units. Wala na tayong masyadong problema pa. Kailangan na lang natin gawin ay properly input yung mga values sa calculator. Kasi pag nagkamali tayo ng input sa calculator, that will make us doubt ourselves, di ba? Baka may mali tayong ginawa. In anyway, yung makuha nating value is equivalent sa 667 kilojoule, and from the choices in yung letter A. Yes, so another problem regarding sa ating power industrial plant engineering. Pupusahin ko lang. Air is compressed adiabatically from 30 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. If mass of air being compressed is 5 kilograms, find the change in entropy. So, pag naghanap ng change in entropy, tapos sinabi yung term na adiabatically, pag sinabi kasi yung term na adiabatically, that means constant entropy, isentropy. So, kung constant entropy yan, na yung change of entropy niya, that should be 0. So, all adiabatic processes should have 0 entropy, lalo na kung isentropic yan.